It is playoff time. I'm going to give you my predictions on the Chargers since they are my favorite team. I believe that they will hit into Jacksonville, but I believe that they will lose right after that. It's not that I don't have faith in Herbert. I just don't think that they have the team together. With the injuries and everything, that's where I think I'm at, or where I'm feeling. Who do I think is going to go to the Super Bowl? I think it will be Buffalo Bills upsetting Kansas City. I don't think Kansas City, I know that they're a powerhouse team, but I do not think that they have enough to be in the Super Bowl. I could be wrong, and I'm okay with that. Now, when it comes to the other side, I think Eagles will go on and win until they face the 49ers. And then I think they will upset all the way to the Super Bowl. And I think it will be Buffalo and the Eagles in the Super Bowl. And out of that, I hope Josh Allen does get the win. Personally, I'll have no interest either way, but, you know, it is what it is. So, now I get to face Cincinnati in this game. And as you can tell, I'm in the top 3 in my division, trying to fight for that number 1. And that's where we're at overall, top 8, which I'm impressed with. And yes, I have Deshaun watching, which we all know is in jail. But it is what it is, because he's I'll be nice. I'll keep my mouth shut on that one. Alright, so here we go. And it's a Monday night game. And honestly, I don't care who wins or who loses.
It's Madden NFL 23, and our focus is on Amari Cooper. He was terrific last week, taking his catches for 124 total yards. It's the Browns and the Bengals under the lights on Monday night.
I just don't think that they have the team here to be Super Bowl caliber yet. But I'm going to try to get them there.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. But the Bengals getting set for their first possession of the ball game.
All right, let's change things. So they scored a field goal.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 12 carries, 77 yards.
They put a lot of effort into game playing and establishing this ground game last week, and the reward was a nice day rushing the ball. Helped them put a balanced offense out on the field. And that carry is an indicator that this ground game wants to be established again this week.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. The Browns sitting at 5-2 on the year, and they come in on a good run, winners of 5 of their last 7.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And some nifty running here as they'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Well, what a matchup we have here in the AFC North on this All Hallows Eve, otherwise known, of course, as Halloween. Kids probably shuffling home right now from trick-or-treating, all hopped up on sugar and ready to drive their parents crazy as these two old rivals get together here on this final day of October in a game that's been highly anticipated.
Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. Watson on first down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Here's Watson. Complete to Bryant.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down. To throw is Watson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Touchdown! David Njoku, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Here's Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Now Chubb running right. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Back to throw, Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now it's Watson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Off of play action, it's Watson.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
Again, it's Watson.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down. York able to send this one through.
And that will knot us up at 10. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's...
Faking the give. Now Watson. And he's got his receiver, Cooper. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 28 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Right back to Cooper, and he got him again. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. The two big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27. Watson off play action. And incomplete on the deep ball. Easy to tell who they're targeting on this drive. He caught the first two passes, but then this time unable to hook up.
But I don't think that stops them from continuing to go back to him, do you?
No.
I mean, they've got a plan. They're trying to execute it.
And after that second catch, I saw him in the huddle. He said, hey, let's go back one more time. Didn't work there.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
Throwing on third down, Watson. And he comes back with one complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 15-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. This is caught. Touchdown, Browns. Dearness Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns have moved out in front. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Joe Mixon and the Bengal offense ready to go back to work. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that? On first down, Watson. He's got the connection to Cooper. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace. Working with his 2nd and 4. Watson. And that is taken in by Njoku. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Watson looks to throw again. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
On first down, it's Watson. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now Watson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
To the air yet again, Watson. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Watson now to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Browns go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. This is taken way up at the 25. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The third quarter starts with a run by Chubb. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
From this vantage point, they've got the lead here, so for me, that'd be enough to go ahead and punt the football and let my defense defend the long field.
If you go for it, you don't get it, then you really put your defense in a tight spot.
Yeah, but we never know what people ultimately will decide to do here on 4th and inches.
They run for it with Hunt. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And Chubb will try the middle here. They find some open field here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 41 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business in the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. Again, it's Hunt. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Kareem Hunt. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Browns are closing in on a 6-2 start as they extend this 4th quarter advantage. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he gets this one across midfield for the 1st down to the 46. 88 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. He'll get this to the 40. Sweet little juke in there. Got him some extra yardage. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field. Down to a knee goes Watson, and that should just about do it for this ball game. So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level from both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressively pushing it downfield. I did like, Brandon, how smart they were about going about their business. They were high-flying, but they took care of the ball.
Yeah, they did, and just keeping it clean in a game like this with all these points, you don't see that very often, even at the highest level. Job well done by both sides.
So for the Browns,
they climb to 6-2 on the year as they close in on the midpoint of this 17-game schedule.
And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina Panthers.
This is the player card. Here you can hear our players' motivations. How well your team...
And yes, I edited some of my players. I know I shouldn't do it, but I do anyway. And I am going to sim this one. Even though I shouldn't. That's why. I was going to change fatigue down. Win or lose this game, don't care. Not in conference, and that's where my is going.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
From the end zone, it's Dearness Johnson. The Browns on their way out now for the first time, and we'll also get a look at the player brought in from Houston to run this offense, and that's Deshaun Watson.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. They begin this drive with Chubb. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw. Watson. It's complete. Javon Wims, the open man.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. First carry now for Kareem Hunt.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
The Browns at 6-2 to start play, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well, because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
On first down, they go right back to Hunt. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll try the air now with Watson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
That's multiple times now he's tagged him with a big gain with his legs. Really showing off some nice awareness and the ability to correctly realize when he's got a chance to tuck it and go himself.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road.
They'll run with Chubb. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Here's Watson. Touchdown!
David Njoku.
His third touchdown now on the year. And the Browns will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Igbenogany elects not to return it. The football will come out to the 25-yard line. Now Tua Tagovailoa gets set to lead this Dolphins offense for the first time.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance, because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Second down, here's Mostert again. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. An ideal start defensively there. A touchdown, now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Watson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Got a man open, it's Wims. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. Hunt will try going up the middle. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. Here's Watson. And that will be incomplete. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The midterm elections are now concluded, and I think we can all breathe a sigh of relief for that. But now it's time for midterm football, where we've moved past the unofficial halfway point of the season, and we got a couple of good matchups in the night games here in Week 10.
Tonight it's North versus South in California, the Chargers and Niners from Santa Clara. And then tomorrow, Monday night, it's both Charles's birthday, happy early birthday, buddy, and the first primetime appearance for the Commanders as they travel up to Philly to take on the Eagles. A lot going on.
Two minutes gone by, second quarter. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Over the middle, complete. It's Hill. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 44-yard line. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 44-yard line. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
From the 41, Tua. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
I think they tried to fool him on that one. You know, being able to throw the ball to the fullback position. No one was fooled on that play.
No, lost yardage. You think they should yank that one from the playbook, at least for the time being?
I think what you do is you take it out and you evaluate it next week in practice.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force 4th down.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
After the sack on 1st down, Watson. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Watson on 1st down. And this one's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, it's Watson. And this one is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now it's Watson. He opts opted to go with a scramble. Gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute. But first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And those two are tied up as they play the second quarter. From there, we're off to check out another game. And you can see they have the lead over the visiting Seahawks. Mike Evans, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Devin Singletary, 2 touchdown runs on the afternoon. On to a look at the next-gen stats for the Browns in that first half. And they've had some success on the ground. And with the lead going into the second half, they'll no doubt be looking to keep it going. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Taken at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1. On 2nd and 9, Tua. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging, because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach, because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
To throw is Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now a first down throw, Watson. Again, it's Cooper as he makes the catch. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Back to throw, Watson. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Out of the gun, Watson. He's got it. Touchdown, Browns. Javon Wims from 6 yards away.
And the Browns have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And that'll make the score 14-0. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown.
From the 6.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Dolphins offense returning to the field. So the offense back out now, coming off its first interception of the game the last time out, trying to reestablish some momentum here, Charles. But they're trailing defensively. Maybe these guys smelling the blood in the water a little bit.
Yeah, I think that they probably are. But what they need to do right now is just make sure they don't force the action too much themselves. They've got them on the run a little bit. You just want to be in a position where if they make another mistake, you're there to capitalize on it and take it away from them.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Forced out to his left.
This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. Before they can snap it, time runs out on this third quarter of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun.
Right back to Jalen Waddle for another catch. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand the field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. On the screen, this is Edmonds.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
From the 17, Tua. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out.
On 3rd down, here comes Mostert.
And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Fourth down, fourth quarter. Here's Tua. He is going to find Hill here. And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Mostert trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. Again, it's Mostert.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami.
Raheem Mostert, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at the earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Watson. Looking middle, and that's complete. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Watson. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Chubb will get the call running left. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll go down at the 28. 7 yards there and a 1st down. You can really tell right now both sides have amped up the aggressiveness. That time the offense winning the aggression battle.
And the defense was obviously aiming for the football, maybe a little bit more so than the runner himself, and that's why he was able to break through and get the gain that he did.
The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. Down to a knee goes Watson, and that should just about do it for this ball game.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the one touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for Cleveland, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Buffalo to take on the Bills. Meanwhile,
and I don't even care if I lose that game. All right. Stadium. And it's time for them to get a new stadium on top of it. Down, of course, we were away. Alright. I'm gonna go 100. Alright. Shared income. I don't even care if I lose the next 2 games, because guess what? I'm 7-2. I'm sitting pretty. Till after week 13. All right.
And we are underway in Buffalo.
Another simulation, and I am going to let you all watch it.
Out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Well, we see the Bills offense take the field here at quarterback, Josh Allen.
We both know it's a league where they seemingly throw the ball just about every play. But watching him perform last week where he threw 3 touchdown passes still caught my eye in a big way.
Still kind of the gold standard, 3 touchdown passes, isn't it? And for his efforts last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I can't wait to see what he does this week.
On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. And some room to maneuver. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful. And that strength was on display there.
Yeah, and this could be a sign of what this defense is in for, because, you know, all week long the coaches were preaching to the defense, you've got to be able to wrap up against a back like him, or he can make you pay. Technique, technique, technique.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Allen. This one caught by Davis. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Throwing on first down is Allen. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. The numbers for him from a week ago: 5 catches, 65 yards, and a touchdown as well.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is the #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So how do they come out this week? Same way. They got that momentum going, a touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before. The very next week struggle to score, almost as if they used it all up. Not in this case. This group appears locked in.
They're going to have to make some adjustments if you're on the other side of that football. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Browns on their way out now for the first time, and we'll also get a look at the player brought in from Houston to run this offense, and that's Deshaun Watson.
And he makes it so difficult for all defenses because when he's got the ball, it's hard to say when a play is truly over because he can create from any spot on the field and in any situation, even when it appears that he's contained. When he's running your offense, a big play could arrive from any possible spot.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10
at their own 24. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience is early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the Grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes.
Jordan Phillips gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
So here come the Bills out for their 2nd drive. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these 2 teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
Allen's throw taken in by Diggs. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Now he's flushed out right. Going deep for Diggs. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. On play action, Allen. Now he steps away. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 13-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
And the Bills are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Singletary is in. Touchdown, Bills. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced to punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Bass on for the extra point.
And it's good to make it 14-0. That time a 6-play drive. And it was finished off by a Devin Singletary touchdown run.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
And the punt kicks out of bounds, and they will spot it right at the 25-yard line. So here are the Bills to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Allen going to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, it's Allen. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 50 catches for him now on the year. He's got a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Going deep for Diggs. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Here's Bass now for the extra point.
And it is now 21-0. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays.
And it's finished off by the touchdown by Stephon Diggs. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line.
And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Tyler Bass now for the point after.
It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
From the end zone, it's Dearness Johnson. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Ready to take over again on offense, out comes Cleveland. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Watson's throw into the hands of Peoples-Jones. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Here's Watson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Flushed out right. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And the end result of that play, you're almost not sure what you really want, because when he gets outside of the pocket, you actually hold your breath because you think he's going to run for big yardage. But when he chose to pull it down and throw it, and a play was made to knock it away, that's a pretty good end result. Not one you expected when the play began.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And meanwhile, Allen's throw taken in there by Crowder. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
On 1st down, Allen completes it to Davis. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to them, and it's paying off.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. There it is, the defense waking up after 3 plays that hurt them. Finally, they stand up.
They have a little pride, too, you know. 3 straight first down type plays. Yeah, they wanted to make one stick on their side, didn't they?
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen. This will be caught at about the 6. Touchdown, Bills. Jamison Crowder. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills are able to add on to their first half lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Bass on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it was all capped off on the touchdown reception by Jamison Crowder. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Browns now going to take over late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Now he'll escape to his right. He's got a man complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Watson looks to throw again. Got a man open. It's Wims.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And it's caught. Touchdown.
David Bell.
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Browns are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We start up at M&T Bank Stadium, Carolina, paying the rare visit to take on Baltimore. And that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the second quarter. From there, we head down south to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they trail the visiting Chicago Bears. A couple of touchdown strikes there from Justin Fields. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Carson Wentz lighting things up. 3 touchdown passes there. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Browns. And not much went right in those first 2 quarters. You can see the numbers on the ground there. Not a whole lot to write home about so far. Meanwhile, for the Bills, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
So the completion good for 7 there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Watson now to throw. And he's caught on his sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is...
Allen hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. He had the option there, decided to keep it, exposed himself and fumbled it.
Yeah, and you worry about the hits he's going to take in that situation. In this case, not only does he take the hit, he coughs the ball up, as you noted.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Again, it's Watson. Swings this out for Hunt. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Von Miller racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
You and I both know we're into a whole new realm of football because we're not just looking at tendencies anymore. We're looking at analytics, and I've got to think the analytics on 3rd and 1 say run the football.
Now Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this 4th down field goal try for the Browns. York able to send this one through, and that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because it didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. That would cut downfield by Howard. A big play here for Buffalo. 58 yards. And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000 is a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
They run here with Singletary. Stopped short, down at the 1. Had the great move, but couldn't get all the way to the end zone. Again, it'll be Singletary. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Devin Singletary, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Back now in Buffalo. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. He rifles one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Yep, I'm back. Right on.
Clicking off right now. 14 yards that time for number 4.
I'm going to put the end of the misery.
But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was...
It was a humdinger. All right. Oh, that was embarrassing. going to simulate this one as well, just to get through this week, and then I will be back on probably later to try and finish the season. Wow, that's 2 bad weeks in a row.
But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, they're...
Let's see. Broncos have... Yeah, I doubt that. And we've been toppled from our top of our division. Okay. 11th in the NFL. Ooh. Yeah, that's pretty bad right now. Alright, folks. That is it for a while. Thank you guys for watching.